Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Malinga Sise of Urban Harvest Organic Farm. I want to thank God for helping us to cross into the new year safely. I'm much sure that most of us have crossed safely, and you're welcome to 2024. I remember we have agreed that our motto of this year is for everyone to do poultry farming and for everyone to get involved in farming. Today I'm so much excited that I'm back again, and we are going to talk about something really very important in this project, and this will be calculation of the feed intake of these birds. This calculation is basically for layers, broilers and croilers. I don't think there is any formula that is used for the local birds and the turkeys and the ducks. I've really not yet looked into that, but for the broilers, layers and croilers, I'm very much sure that there's a particular amount of feeds they're supposed to consume in a daily basis. And today we are going to talk about the layers, specifically the 400 birds. I remember some weeks ago we agreed that this is going to be our demonstration of farm, and all of us are going to learn from these birds. So today let's look at how much feeds they're supposed to consume from week 5 up to week 10. And if you're still new, please let's consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any upload. Share this video, comment in the comment section down below, tell me which country you're watching me from, and I'll be so grateful. And for all of you who have subscribed, oh my God, may the good Lord reward you abundantly. And so today we are going to talk about our 400 birds, and we are going to calculate their feed intake. But I remember some weeks back we've already done from day 1 to week 4, and I promised that I'm going to come up with this video to calculate from week 5 to week 10, and from week 11 and above we shall follow the formula we are going to use here. So let's stay tuned till the end. Get your pen and paper. See you there. So today I want us to look at the feed intake of these birds. Now they are soon making 8 weeks, and the birds are doing super well. You can see we are really still doing a very good job, and I want to thank all of you who have subscribed to the channel and who has been following this channel. Thank you so much. And today let us start from week 5. And I remember we already did calculation for from day 1 up to week 4. I remember we did from day 1 up to week 4, and I promised that we are going to do also from week 5 up to week 10. But I remember from the very first day when we started with these birds of ours, I told you that whenever you go to purchase your birds, make sure there are 2 things you get from that same company where you got your birds from, and that is the vaccination schedule and the feed timetable for those birds you have got, because I understand different breeds have different feed intake. That is one thing I've noticed. But with this particular company, you also have to get, so that okay, that's why you should get the feed timetable, the feed timetable from the very people you're getting your birds from. So today we are going to look at, we shall start from week 5, which is here, week 5 up to, we shall stop in week 10. I've decided to write everything down, just like I always do, just to avoid time wasting. Okay, so if we look at week 5, so I did everything here, and I'm very sure we are going to be able to follow it very well because I've really simplified it. But one thing I've realized, really most people really do not know how to calculate this feed intake. Okay, it normally comes in grams. If you see, even in the timetable, it normally comes in grams. You see it is age in weeks, type of feed they're supposed to consume. You go to the feed consumed in grams per day. Then you have the average weight. Okay, the average weight, I remember we have also weighed these birds in several times with you, and it has been a while. And I say that when the birds have now when they are soon starting to lay, that is when they are now at the point of lay, is when we are again going to weigh our birds. But all the weighing, the birds have been weighing very well. So if you look there, I came there and said, please get a pen and a paper and try to note down something, because this formula, you need to know it so that it will help you to calculate for the rest of the weeks remaining. So if we look at week 5, you find that each bird should consume 36 grams. So we shall come for, therefore 400 birds is equivalent to 36 times 400, because we want to find out how many grams do 400 birds consume. Okay, then we shall have to convert it to kilograms, because it is much easier when we are using the kilograms. Okay, so you find that 400 birds are going to consume 14,400 grams of feed. So if you convert it to kilograms, whereby 1 kilogram is equivalent to 1,000 grams, you will put 14,400 divided by 1,000, which will be equals to 14.4 kilograms per day. So in week 5, you have to make sure throughout that week you give birds 14.4 kilograms of feeds per day. If you go to week 6, you find that the birds, each bird is supposed to consume 41 grams. So 400 birds are supposed to be 41. You multiply by the 400, which is equivalent to 16,400 grams. When you divide it by 1,000 to get in kilograms, you find that the birds are supposed to consume 16.4 kilograms per day. And then also you go to week 7. Week 7, each bird is supposed to consume 45 grams per day, of which therefore 400 birds is equivalent to 45 times 400, which is equals to 18,000 grams. So if you want to find in 2 kilograms, it will be 18,000 divided by 1,000, of which each bird throughout that week is each day you are supposed to give them 18 kilograms per day. Okay, because we need to know in total how many kilograms are we supposed to give this. Are we supposed to give this bird? Week 8, you find that each bird is supposed to consume 49 grams per day. Therefore, the 400 birds will be equivalent to 49 times the 400 birds, which is 1,000, which is 19,600. Okay, so if you say 19,600 divided by 1,000 is equivalent to 19.6 kilograms per day. Okay, so the 400 birds in week 8, which we are in, I'm giving them 19.6 kilograms per day. If we go to week 9, you find that each bird is supposed to consume 52 grams per day, of which the 400 birds are supposed to be 52 times 400, which is equivalent to 20,800. Okay, of which if you divide by 1,000 is going to be equivalent to 20.8 kilograms per day. Okay, so if you come to week 10, you find that in week 10 each bird is supposed to consume 60 grams per day, of which the 400 birds will be 60 multiplied by the 400 birds, which is 24,000 grams. If you want to know in kilograms, it means you will divide it by the 1,000, which will be 24 kilograms per day. That is in week 10. But I want to tell you that I've even calculated up to week 16. Not only week 16, actually, I went ahead to calculate up to week 19. But I want to let you know that it is really not hard to calculate this thing, because you only have to follow this feeding timetable, and you just multiply it by the number of birds you have, and then you divide it by the 1,000 to get in kilograms, and then just like that. And one thing, if you see critically, you find that this feeding keeps on increasing on a weekly basis, because if you see in week 5 we were supposed to give 14.4 kilograms per day of feeds. In week 6 we have added, I think, 2 more kilograms. In week 7 we added 2 more kilograms. Then we again added slightly in week 8. then it keeps on adding like that. So calculation of this feed intake is really not very hard, especially if you have the feed timetable from where you got your birds from. Okay, so it is really something which is not really very difficult for us to calculate. But one thing that you must know is that these birds, if you don't feed them the right way, it affects your performance, especially these layers. Not only these layers, even the broilers, you find that it will retard on their growth. They will not grow the way you want, and you will not get out the profits that you really want. The same applies to these layers. If you do not give them the right amount of feeds, okay, well, sometimes you may not be able to sit at the farm and see each and every bird the amount of feed they consume, but it's always advised for you put the right kilograms there, and the rest will follow, because you will not be able to know that each bird has consumed the right amount of grams they're supposed to consume. But one thing that you must do that will make your birds, each and every bird in the farm, to consume the right amount of feed is make sure there are enough feeders at the farm, and that they are not crowded in one feeder. I mean that the feeders should be very many in the farm, that if you put the feed, every bird is feeding at the same time and in the same pace. That is the only way that you're going to beat up these birds in eating consuming the right amount of feed that they are supposed to consume. Okay, because these layers, I was still telling you, if you don't feed them well, first of all, they will not grow well. Secondly, they will not lay eggs at the right time that they're supposed to lay eggs. They might delay in their laying, or the ones that we are feeding, because there are always those ones who will feed faster than the rest, especially if the feeders are not enough. So if you don't give them the right amount of feeds that you're supposed to give them, you'll find that others may start laying, and others will take long, or even others may end up not laying. Okay, and even when they start laying, they might not give the right number of trays of eggs that they're supposed to give you. That's why I always tell you, please, let's follow these guidelines well. Let's have these vaccination schedules and the feeding timetable, so that we do to our best and we leave the rest for them to do it. Okay, you, the farmer, you must first do your best, and the rest will follow. So for today, I don't want to go so far. This is what I had for you. So that is all I had for you for today. I hope we have all learned something, and we are going to follow that from week 11 to the rest of the weeks. We shall follow the formula that we have used here. It's really not hard. So please, if you're still new, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any upload. Share this video. Comment in the comment section down below. Please give the video also a like, and I'll be so grateful. For all of you who have subscribed, I'm really so grateful. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for watching the videos. Always comment, give me advice, give me your opinion, and I'll be so happy. See you next time. Bye bye.